for the next couple seasons, I want to get to one of the top riders in the world and try to get to the 2014 Olympics.
My life goal has been to go to the Olympics. It's what I've always wanted to do since I was a little kid.
Join us as we follow some of Canada's top alpine snowboarders as they travel the globe in search of new destinations, adventure, and gold.
Being able to do this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, even if, we don't reach our goals. Like, I've lived an incredible life getting to see all these places around the world.
Traveling with the Calgary Snowboard Club, it's a good environment. Everybody gets along pretty well, and it's a small, tight-knit family.
The thing I like most about racing is probably the speed, being on edge and the adrenaline rush.
Go for it and see who's best. It was the best feeling ever.
Let's see how it goes. That's good.
In this episode of On Edge, we head south to Mount Hood, Oregon for a summer training camp. We get competitive at the Salishan Resort's mini putt course, and then we hit the surf at Oregon's Glen Eden Beach.
We're training at Mount Hood this year as opposed to going south of the equator for a couple reasons. One, we wanted to save a little money. We wanted to enjoy some summer in the afternoon so we could recreate and play. The big reason that we're here is they had a great winter for snow, and it's extended all the way into the summer. So we're skiing in areas that in a normal this time of year at this area wouldn't be possible. This is a national team training camp, and so we've obviously got the A and the B team here, and we've invited a few other athletes. We've invited some young up-and-coming riders to join us on this camp, as well as other members of the National High Performance Program. Overnight, the temperatures drop and it freezes the top layer of the snow, and so we get quite a hard surface in the morning, so it's really quite ideal conditions. As the snow starts to soften just a little bit, we want to keep it a bit harder for consistency and for safety for the guys and girls on the team.
It's really pretty up there, and it's really challenging snow, but it's really great snow for training, because then we can work on things, and when we go to easier snow, it's going to feel like we can snowboard anything after Mount Hood.
Crusty, I guess is the best word to describe it. And then it really softens up by about 10 o'clock. Like, if it's not mush by 10 o'clock, you're having a good day.
We'll throw salt out on the snow, broadcast salt over the course, and it just helps, I think it helps evaporate the moisture a little bit, if I understand right, but basically it sets the surface and keeps the surface hard a bit longer, even as the temperatures warm up and melt the snow. Mount Hood is a unique place because it's the first major peak from the ocean, so it catches a lot of weather, and the weather builds up just to the west of here. But the unique thing here is just to the east of us it becomes quite desert-like, so more often than not the weather will build up on the west slopes of Hood, but it won't come all the way up to where we're training. So we get so many good sunny days here, so the weather's it's fantastic. And it is an active volcano. And so the rock around here is volcanic rock. It's quite sharp rock, it's quite porous rock. And there's actually a forest fire burning about 5 miles from us right now, and it's interfering a little bit with the air quality. So we're staying in a little village called Government Camp, about an hour and a half east of Portland, Oregon.
And it's literally a town of one street. There's not much around. And a post office and some condos. And we can go surfing, which is 2 hours away. We can go kiting, which is like 40 minutes away. And biking is amazing here, and it's nice. It's a nice place.
we're on snow 3 days, 3 to 4 days, and then we're off snow 1 to 2 days, depending on how tired the athletes are and what the weather forecast is on our days off. So right now we're actually just finished a 3-day block and we're going to take 2 days off, and it's perfect because there's some bad weather coming in today and tomorrow.
Coach Olympics? We went to Cannon Beach and there was a big festival or something going on there. So we drove, what, 3.5 hours, got there and there was nowhere to stay. Debated sleeping on the beach with some Walmart sleeping bags and then changed our mind and drove another 2 hours to the only hotel available on the entire coast.
We stayed at a resort called Salishan Resort. It's a golf resort and a spa, and it's right on the ocean. And it's about 5 miles south of a town called Lincoln City. Well, Marianne, Ekaterina and I went out for a little mini putting after breakfast, test our skills, you know, have a little fun. And, you know, as far as skills goes for Marianne, she had a lot of fun.
Do not let Mark keep score.
I don't know why they don't allow me to keep score. I'm not competitive. I'm always honest with my scorekeeping.
And Mark gets 12. And we get 4s.
I just...
You're gonna leave at the second hole?
Yes. Yes. Here.
Where are you going?
I couldn't handle it. They were just way too good for me, so I had to leave the game.
Get down on the ground and scoop her up. I had a good 12 shots at each hole. It wasn't very good, but by the end I was kicking ass.
I think we'll stick to snowboarding.
The fact that there's almost no bush on that mini putt course was quite amazing how often she found it. We went surfing. We went surfing on the west coast. We went down to a little area just south of Lincoln City, and we ended up surfing at Otter Rocks, which is a bit of a tourist area because they have the Devil's Punch Bowl, which is a kind of unique hole in the rock that was carved out by the ocean.
Being able to do this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, even if, you know, we don't reach our goals. Like, I've lived an incredible life getting to see all these places around the world.
Change it up, and we're on days off, so off of training, and so we just wanted to go do something that was fun. I only need one word to describe my surfing skills: terrible.
When the sun comes out, it's gorgeous. When you can actually see things, it's not fog rolling in.
The excitement and the intensity of trying to catch a wave it's so fun. Even as a novice with a big old foam rental board, is still super fun. Surfing's a great cross-training sport for us. Obviously there's lots of similarities to snowboarding to surfing, and there's a lot of things that you can get from surfing. You know, the exercise, the upper body strength that you can get from all the paddling, and the balance and agility that you need, you know, balance coordination that surfing requires is really good. It really crosses back over to snowboarding.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of salt water, and it was going up my nose, in my mouth, out my mouth, and out my nose. So.
This past summer they announced slalom to be in the 2014 Olympics in Russia. That changes some things for us. Now we need to look at our slalom equipment and make sure it's the right stuff for us. Before it was important, now it's really important. I think what you know better is what you're more comfortable with typically, so most of the athletes enjoy GS more at this point, but we've had a good track record for slalom results, and some of these guys are slalom aces. We're going to make sure that triple slalom is a format that we're comfortable with, so that when we go to our first event in triple slalom, we can be successful right away.
I don't want to be in the middle, but yeah, on the outside would be best. But as long as people just stick to their courses, then it'll be fine.
Well, our first competition of the season will be in Landgraf. It's an indoor World Cup slalom, and some of the athletes selected will go there. But the main next event for the team will be down in Colorado. We have traditionally our first North American event of the season is in Copper, about an hour and a half west of Denver. And we'll be heading down there to Vail and then to Copper to do a training camp and then hit that event.
Super excited to go to Copper because I feel like I've accomplished a lot of things in this camp, and I can't wait to see what actually happens in the race and kick some ass.
Actually being here has made me more pumped to go into the competitive season, and this summer I've been seeing a sports psychologist and I've been in the gym with ECAT and our trainer Steve every day, and it's been wicked, and I feel physically and mentally prepared to go into Copper Mountain.